care what you saying, blah blah blah, yeah, that's what you saying, blah blah blah, yeah, that's what you saying. Working all week just slaving, better blow all your savings on something that's designer, yeah. No chill like recliner, yeah. Pop pills with a cider, yeah. Cheap thrills, one-nighters, yeah. You can never find your lighter. I can't lie, girl, you finer. You be the curves, I be the driver.
Hello, hello everybody. Have an amazing day today on the 8th of June and welcome in today's daily crypto news. We have lots of things to discuss. Also, the Bitcoin price just broke down and from the symmetrical triangle, and also we have lots of good news and also we have some bad news as usual. So let's jump into the news. Before jumping into the news, let's check the fear and greed index. Now we see that we are in the extreme fear category. So we are almost at 13. Yeah, so we are in 13. Yesterday we were in 15 and last week 20 and 10. So that's historical, one of the lowest level of the fear and greed index. And we know that 1 month ago it was around 70 and dropped down, and we spent here between 10 and 20, and now we are also back at 13. And if we check it, then we see in the Corona dump in 2020 March, we witnessed these low levels of the fear and greed index, and also in the deepest days of the bear market 2018. So yeah, there is a saying, then be greedy when others are fearful right now, and be fearful when others are greedy. So this is a saying, I think, from Warren Buffett and also from other big investors. So the good news that El Salvador's president Nayib Bukele plans to declare Bitcoin legal tender next week. So I think we touched this news, but I want to bring you some more light that why is this happening and why is it so important for the crypto and Bitcoin adoption. Bukele revealed a partnership with the company Stripe, a Bitcoin payments firm launched by Jack Mallers. So we know that El Salvador has lost its national currency in the civil war, and now they are using the US dollar, but they want to become more dependent from the US dollar, and also that most of the people are working in the US, and there is a huge remittance market where they are sending money home, and with all this money sending services and the lack of banking infrastructure, they are losing more than 50% or almost 50% of the funds when the family members get it in El Salvador. Yeah, so let's go forward. What else do we have here? So that was a really nice talk from Jack Mallers on the Miami Bitcoin conference 2021. So it was really full with emotions and if you will check it, that it will yeah, so it will touch your heart. You can check all the conferences here on the side that I just played some music. Okay, so let's go to the next El Salvador news. Okay, so the president is submitting the bill to recognize Bitcoin as a legal tender, and El Salvador will be the first country to embrace Bitcoin as a legal tender. And this is a historical moment because until now, none of the countries out there accepted Bitcoin as a legal tender. And maybe Japan just accepting Bitcoin as a payment, but not as a legal tender. And El Salvador wants make a Bitcoin as a national currency, so they want to use it as it would their national currency, and they want to attract some economic growth and some others benefits. Okay, let's go. So we see that 70% of the population there doesn't have a bank account, and 20% of the country's GDP comes from a remittance sent by migrants to family members. So this is huge, guys, that most of the people hasn't got any bank account, and the GDP is coming from that they are sending money back home. Okay, and how can they take some benefit from Bitcoin? I think that we will see some details from the next article. El Salvador to declare Bitcoin as a legal tender. I really like this. Okay. Jack Mallers, founder of Lightning Network's payment platform Strike, has been working with Bukele, the president, to determine the logistics of this historic move. So Lightning Network, that it's a layer 2 solution for Bitcoin to make transactions cheaper and faster. Yeah, 70% of the active population doesn't have any bank account. Yeah, I just read somewhere that if they will sending money home via Bitcoin, then just let's say 1%, that it would 1% from the total Bitcoin market cap, then it would increase more than 25% of the country's economy. So this is a really, really huge opportunity, but maybe we will see here. Crypto community reacts to El Salvador becoming first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Okay, sovereign nations globally continue to grapple with the impact of cryptocurrencies. El Salvador will become the first country to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender through legislation. Okay, nice. So this is what I wanted to show you. Bitcoin has a market cap of almost 700 billion. If 1% of it's invested in El Salvador, that will increase our GDP by 25%. On the other side, Bitcoin will have 10 million potential new users and the fastest growing way to transfer $6 billion a year in remittance. So this is a really important thing because it will boost their economy. Yeah, crypto community erupts with joy. Congratulations, congratulations. Nice. CZ asking on Twitter that which country will follow accepting Bitcoin. So nice. Okay. Next piece of news. Paraguay hints at making Bitcoin a legal tender after El Salvador. So we have the second country who is preparing to use Bitcoin as a legal tender. Paraguay ministers, okay, hints this. The minister changed his profile picture to laser eyes and said the important announcement would come this week. So crazy. Guys, we are living in a crazy world where ministers and presidents are changing their profile picture in a laser eyes, and they are laser focused on Bitcoin. So we see Nayib Bukele also changed his eyes to laser eyes, and this is what just we have read from the other article, that 1% of invested in El Salvador, that would increase our GDP by 25%. And also they announced that there will be a zero tax on Bitcoin and Bitcoin related businesses, and they want to attract a lot of projects and crypto startups to El Salvador. Bitcoin will have 10 million potential new users and the fastest growing way to transact $6 billion a year in remittance. So the remittance market is 6 billion in year. So this is a president of Paraguay. Also, he changed laser eyes. So crazy. So this is, so this is quite important. I leave it open. I think this is the Nayib Bukele Twitter handle. So we can see that he has laser eyes. And all these countries are really developing countries, a little bit weak countries, but they have young presidents. And I think they will push through all these new developments and adapting new technology like Bitcoin and crypto. Yeah, so this technical analysis is a little bit outdated, but let's check it. It's from yesterday. Bitcoin signals fresh increase. Here is why. 36 key is in the key, but it's totally invalidated because the Bitcoin price just broke down. But let's see what they have here. So they have that here is a support line, and it will increase from here up to 37,000 US dollar. But we know that we broke down all these major supports, and now Bitcoin is traded below 33,000, but we will check it on the trading view chart. Other Bitcoin price analysis, BTC lacks a seemingly imminent 35% breakout to 50,000. So it's another piece of news. It's totally opposite what's happened, but this is how technical analysis working. One technical analysis seeing this on the chart, and another technical analysis seeing the totally opposite on the chart. So that is why you should learn how to set up charts, how to understand trend lines, how to see patterns unfolding on the chart, and then always we have a probability that is going up or down or sideways. So almost free. Okay, so also we invalidated all this, but that was a price prediction that Bitcoin will broke up from here and reaching 50,000. This is the chart that we see. This is the triangle, and this is the asymmetrical triangle, and this is the high that we can experience if breaking down or breaking up. So now the price broke up almost at 33,000, and the price target would be around 24,000, but we will check it on our trading view. So it's totally invalidated, and this supports, so just we went a little bit under this 33,000 support. Now the next support is 30,000. Cardano price analysis, ADA price ready to move about 1.8. So I think also we invalidated this, but we will check it in the chart. Closest support at 1.65. We'll see if we already holding this support or we lost it. And yeah, so this is quite important. ADA wanna really go break up from this. This was an ascending triangle, the same that we have seen at Ethereum. But if Bitcoin broke down, I think all the market is just going down. But let's check our famous bubble. Yeah, so almost all altcoins are in red, almost 10-20%. Just Arweave and T-Fuel and Leo. Leo is the token of the Bitfinex exchange, are in green. All others are in red and almost dropped 10% in a day or more. So, and we are thankful for this drop, for the technical analysis, but also for Trump. But I will talking about this, what's happened with this Trump, that he don't like Bitcoin, and he called Bitcoin for a scam. That I will make another video about this. So, next piece of news. Bitcoin sell-offs are deliberate hallmarks of institutional buying, says Plan B. Deliberately pushing the price of Bitcoin down in an effort to accumulate BTC. So institutions pushing the Bitcoin price down. The price action that we saw last month, and especially this month, the down action was always in the illiquid hours of the market, so it was deliberately destructive. It was not sold by someone who wanted to most dollars for his Bitcoin. It was sold at illiquid times in the market with far too big of a chunk to get a good price, so it was destructive selling. Actually, if you look at the price charts, for example, the daily charts for the last couple of months, you see that all these destructive selling events are all this selling which the way took place at the end of each month. Strangely, all that selling was bought within 1 or 2 weeks. It was like a V-shaped recovery within 2 weeks. That also is, for me, a bit of a hallmark of institutional buying, that the scare of people of their positions. I am alive. They, together with the OTC desk, scare retail and normal people out of their positions, even liquidate people out of their positions, and then they buy the scraps in the weeks after it. Selling big chunk during illiquid hours and the end of each month, followed by continuous buying of small quantities during liquid hours at the beginning of each month for V-shaped recoveries, institutions buying. So what they are telling, I cannot make it bigger. So what they are telling, that these are the dumps in the illiquid hours, and almost a V-shaped recovery is followed. But now we are waiting for this V-shaped recovery because we are in the downtrend and going down forward from here. 21 Shares will launch a Bitcoin ETF in the UK and France this summer. So ETF is an exchange traded product. It's a same like a ETF, and we know that all in major countries ETFs and ETPs are launched in Canada, in Brazil, in Australia, in Europe, in UK, France, Germany, and also we know that in the US 8 or 9 financial companies, banks submitted their application to the SEC to come out with the ETF, and now this new ETF is coming in UK and France, available on the Acquis exchange. So with this, retail people and other brokers and banks will get a kind of index fund or kind of that and will able to trade it, and the issuer will do the custody and put the real Bitcoin or the real crypto behind these products. And in the near future is expected to come out with Ethereum, Ripple, Tezos, Polkadot, Cardano, and Stellar XLM ETFs. The next piece of news. Bitcoin going to the moon, we all know that. But BitMEX sending physical Bitcoin to lunar surface in Q4. Okay. A one-of-a-kind physical Bitcoin will be minted and delivered to the moon by a leading space robotics company that BitMEX supports. The coin will hold 1 Bitcoin at an address to be publicly released. Okay, so it will be a physical Bitcoin, a kind of coin, and also let's check. Its first commercial lander to the moon in the fourth quarter of this year, and they will bring the physical Bitcoin there. BitMEX will mint a one-of-a-kind physical Bitcoin similar to the Cassius coins of 2013, which will be delivered to the moon by Astrobotic. The coin will hold 1 Bitcoin at an address to the publicly released underneath a tamper-evident hologram covering. We have nothing against Doge money, but we felt it was only right to have Bitcoin get there first. So this is the most important thing, guys, because, you know, Elon Musk told that SpaceX will bring Dogecoin to the moon. And I think the rocket ship name will be Doge or something like that. But before that, BitMEX will bring Bitcoin to the moon. Thank you, BitMEX. MicroStrategy selling 100 million bonds to buy Bitcoin, holding to exceed 100,000 BTC. So what MicroStrategy is doing, they are raising funds, they are issuing bonds, and then they are purchasing Bitcoin from that funds. Okay. Let's see. So at this price, MicroStrategy's 400 million would acquire over more than 11,000 BTC. That means the company's cryptocurrency stash would grow to more than 103,000 Bitcoins. So this is a huge news. Maybe others selling, maybe Tesla selling, or Tesla already sold 10% if I'm right. But MicroStrategy is buying, and as the price just dropped, I think that is really good news. And just imagine what will happen if other 10, 100, and later thousands of corporations will follow what MicroStrategy is doing. And that is why Donald Trump and also the Biden administration don't like Bitcoin, because they see that something is changing and not just the US dollar is the king. But you should definitely watch the video from yesterday that I'm just shared here. That was Bitcoin will underpin the US dollar. And this is a really, really important video. So this is a really important video. A US Senator, Cynthia Lummis, talking about at the Miami Bitcoin conference that how Bitcoin will underpin the US dollar. And this is a big news. And that is why government's official, ex-presidents and existing presidents has some fear, because their loved US dollar is getting weaker, but it's getting weaker because they printed so much without a thin air, without any backing, that they need to do something. And just as Trump wants to Bitcoin disappear, but other smarter guys like this Cynthia Lummis senator wants to back the US dollar with Bitcoin. So you should definitely watch this, and don't forget to subscribe, push the bell and all, and also you can share this with your friends. So that was the news about MicroStrategy buying another bunch of Bitcoins. Out of thousands of MIT students that got free Bitcoin in 2014, 6 years holders, so 13,000% gains. So a couple of scholars distributed $100 in Bitcoin to 3,100 students. Most of them sold at maybe just doubled or some that price, but a few students just hold it and made 13,000% with this. I am all about cryptocurrencies. Okay. Nice. Good to be a student on MIT, that you are just getting free Bitcoins, and then after a few years you graduate, then you have a fortune to start your life. The next piece of news: billionaire Winklevoss twins on Bitcoin. We are hodlers until at least 500,000, so $500,000 Bitcoin. So the twins are now huge investors in crypto after co-funding a social network and later accusing Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg of stealing their ID. So they was the initial founders of Facebook. Okay, so they were on the stage on the Bitcoin conference 2020. Live by the loan, die by the loan. Okay, what's happening here? Yes, some price movement. Okay, the combined net worth shot up to $6 billion US dollar, shows that their faith has paid off massively. They say Bitcoin is gold 2.0. We think Bitcoin is gold 2.0. It will disrupt gold, so its market cap has to be 10 trillion or more, because that's the market cap of gold. Bitcoin is hovering around 1 trillion. We think conservatively it's at least a 10x from here. Even at 35,000 US dollar, it feels like a really good buying opportunity long term. So at a 10 trillion market cap, we think one Bitcoin will be worth $500,000 US dollar, and we think that could happen inside this decade. So we have 9 years, but I think we will reach it maybe in this cycle. Okay, nice. And there is a rumor that the Winklevoss brothers are owning 1 million piece of Bitcoins. So that's huge. eToro is the latest crypto exchange moving to Miami. So you guys, we see everybody's moving to Miami. Miami became really crypto friendly, Bitcoin friendly. So you should definitely consider, if you are living in the US or if you are working on a crypto project, just moving into Miami or maybe El Salvador. I think the living cost in El Salvador is much lower, and if you can make money out of your crypto businesses, then it's better to move there. Okay, what's this? Yeah, so this is a movement of Miami. Cool. The bigger picture. Yeah, so one thing. So eToro has more than 3 million people using their platform, if I'm right, but let's check. Maybe we have another details here. No, this is the details. They have 19 million weekly visitors. So 19 million weekly visitors on eToro. And eToro, it's even not a traditional crypto exchange. It's a kind of Forex platform, also providing some crypto trading stuff. So Tony Hawk, the skateboarder, also was on the stage in Miami. I bought and hodled Bitcoin since 2012. Legendary skateholder Tony Hawk. Okay. He was first introduced to Bitcoin through the infamous dark website Silk Road. Hawk said he didn't take advantage of Silk Road, but he was impressed on how Bitcoin works. Immediately searched, how can I Bitcoin? He bought some Bitcoin. I didn't do much. I was watching it mostly. He donated 4 Bitcoins to a charity organization in 2012. Nevertheless, he ironically said, "I wish I had, so that too tough." Okay. Cool. So nice piece of news. And the skateboarding legend partnered with Eternity Chain to immortalize its last skate trick as non-fungible token. So he's immortalizing his skate tricks, 540 skate tricks as a non-fungible token. JP Morgan crypto division wants 34 experts in BTC and ETH. So if Bitcoin and crypto would die, why would JP Morgan, the biggest bank on the planet, building up their crypto division? So they are looking for experts and talents in BTC, ETH, and in different regions. US, Mexico, Greece, and Singapore. Maybe I will consider to this position in Greece. I love Greece. I have been there when I was a student. I spent half year in education on their University of Athena, and also I can speak few words in Greek. Also, my son's name are Greek because that. Analytics says that the world's largest digital assets, BTC, could surge 146,000 US dollars following the acceptance of JP Morgan Bank of the virtual assets. So it's really strange because in some days when the FUD is out there and the FUD is coming, then JP Morgan saying that Bitcoin will drop to 20,000, and when they want people FOMOing in and buying their bags, that they have this price prediction, 146,000 US dollar. But don't forget, guys, that these banks are coming in Bitcoin and crypto because they want to provide services to their clients. JP Morgan has clients over 25 million managed asset under management, and just the big corporations and big family offices reach wealthy individuals. But other companies like PayPal and Visa, they are utilizing Bitcoin and crypto as using the underlying technology. And here is this news about also we had some FUD from China, because China is really heavily promoting its digital yuan, and they had some lottery last week that people winning huge amounts on the lottery, getting this digital yuan and encouraging them to purchasing more lottery from this digital yuan. So it's a real Ponzi scheme what's going on. And now they are just airdropping $3 million worth of digital yuan. So this is how they are gaining adoption. And that is why in China, they are bashing Bitcoins. They stopped social media accounts. They closed social media accounts of crypto influencers. This is how they want to get more attention to their digital yuan. Okay, so sorry for that, but it's a little bit funny. Yeah, that was a news that also blockchain.com, the biggest wallet in the exchange, one of the biggest and oldest wallet in the exchange, moved to Miami. So that is, guys, just check this, that if Bitcoin would be a bank, that Bitcoin would be the biggest bank, even when the price dropped. Let's just refresh. Even when the price dropped, that Bitcoin is the highest market cap if it would be a bank. The second biggest is JP Morgan, and also we see Ethereum would be the third biggest or fourth biggest bank if it would be a bank, but they are just a technology that banks also can use in the future, and they they have to be familiar with, they have to learn about this. And also I talked about this when this Senator Cynthia Lummis just talked about that banks that they should educate the regulators and they should educate banks about Bitcoin and crypto, and they really need underpin the US dollar with Bitcoin. So definitely you should watch this video. It's really important. I think this is one of the most important thing what's happened in Miami. Now let's get to the chart. So this is the Bitcoin chart. Let's come see this. So this is the week of distribution pattern, and this is where the big whales and institutions and the rich guys just uploaded Bitcoin and other cryptos. Here they created some FOMO and they distributed Bitcoins to the retail guys. We see that we have these V-shaped patterns here, that there was a news that from Plan B, and also in this now we are in the downtrend, and maybe this downtrend will continue. We broke down out of this symmetrical triangle. Let's check on the 4-hourly chart, and as this is the shorter part of this triangle, this is a measurement tool. If it would broke up, the price target would be at 50,000, but it broke down and the price target is around 23,000. We see what will happen. 30,000, 28,000. It's a quite strong support. A lot of buying orders are placed there, and we'll see, maybe we can just turn at 32,000 or 30,000. Also, here is a Fibonacci level here, and the dead cross is just maybe for a week far from here, but we'll see how will Bitcoin react. If it will continue, then I think also you can short it. So, but now maybe it's too late to open a short. But in this region, I think that will be a once in a lifetime buying opportunity. Maybe Bitcoin can drop to 20,000, but I think institutions and big players will buying this dip, and maybe we will never come back on these levels. This is what happened also in, let's say, if we are checking the BLX chart, that turn to logarithmic. Let's go to weekly. So this is the PLX chart, 20,000, the previous all-time high, and before that, the previous all-time high was at 1,100 US dollar, and Bitcoin never came back. So never came back even after this next bull cycle. The next bear cycle's deep was around 3,000, 3,300, and never came back to as low as the previous all-time high. So I think this is an important thing to realize, because technically Bitcoin could visit these levels, but no, I want to make a horizontal line here, but it's not so probable because we have never seen this visiting back. It would happen now. Maybe it will have a huge accumulation zone here and the bounce from here. So we are really far from this bull market to finishing up. This is my opinion, but I'm happy to hear your views on this. I believe that if also checking our favorite chart, this rainbow chart here, that we see that we can face some similar, that having an intermediate top within the cycle, and we'll see continue forward. So I don't think that just 400 days after the halving, a new bear market will starting. Also, in another video, I will make more views on that. But I think that's it for now. See you later. I will coming back with some news about Trump, about the China FUD, and also maybe with more technicals. See you soon.